Hi everyone, Kerryn here from Holistic Essentials Therapy and Consulting, bringing to you this week's energy forecast and spiritual insights for Monday the 29th of August through until Sunday the 4th of September 2022. As we move into this week ahead, we are still feeling the energy, vibration and frequency of the new moon in Virgo. And we also have the influence of Mars and Venus still very much around. And we still currently have 6 planets in retrograde, with Mercury soon to be going into retrograde. So the last few months have really been quite intense in the intention behind the cosmic alignment of frequencies, planets, supermoons, all of the stuff. And what it's been doing and what it's been offering us the opportunity is bringing to the surface all that we have denied within ourselves. Perhaps there's been some subconscious beliefs, perhaps there's been situations from the past, perhaps there's old wounds and traumas that you've unconsciously been holding on to, and the last few months have really brought to the surface all of that for you. I know it has for me, especially in the last week or so. There have been random memories of things from the past that have been presented to me. And what I've learned is that when something comes up to the surface, when a memory from the past comes up, when a life event from the past comes up to the surface, it's an opportunity for you to recognize and acknowledge where you were in that state, in that space, in that place, in that time. And to ask yourself, what is there within this that still requires healing? Who or what do I need to forgive? Is it myself? Is it another person? Is it all parties? And then to ask yourself, what did it teach you? And not as a punishment, right? This is an opportunity for you to ask yourself, how did I grow from this situation? What boundaries did I put in place from this situation? What new pathways, what new directions did I take? How did I redefine for an example, let's just use relationship as an example. How did I redefine my expectations or my views of relationship? What are my non-negotiables in a relationship as a result of this situation? What are my expectations? What are my values? What will I accept? What will I not accept? And recognizing perhaps from that situation also, as an example, self-identifying that you are worthy of receiving love. You're worthy of being valued. You're worthy of being treated in the way that you wish, desire, and deserve to be treated. For myself, in each of the moments, in each of the memories, what I did was, what did I learn? Ask the question, what did I learn from the situation? What would I do differently? How did it help me to grow? How did it contribute to my soul's growth, to my personal growth? And then what I did was, I then put into immediate place and action the words of, and I spoke these out loud to myself, but you can speak them out loud or you can write them down in your journal. So instantly I went into, even though I made this choice, even though this made me feel this way, even though my actions caused this, even though I did this thing. So for me, it was a personal reflection of choices and decisions that I've personally made in my life. It wasn't so much an external, right? So for you, it might be external people, places, or situations that have been coming up for you. And even though I did this thing, or even though it made me feel this way, or even though it affected this or that, I'm willing to forgive myself. I'm willing to forgive myself, and I'm willing to forgive the other person or people. And what I found with that was that it really supported me in shifting out of it felt like a wheel, almost a karmic wheel actually, of what it is that needs to be resolved. And so I found that it was really over the course of a couple of days, that each time something came up, I sat with it, I reflected, I asked those inquiring questions, I did the forgiveness practice, and that actually allowed me to shift through that much faster than if it had happened in the past. Another thing to recognize also is that we actually can't go back and change the past. And so holding on to the what ifs or the should haves, or if I had just done this or if I hadn't have done that, it really is such a waste of your precious time and energy, because you physically cannot go back and make a different choice. What you do have power over is how that continues to affect you in your choices. Do I wish to hold on to this in the what ifs or could haves or should haves, or do I want to rise above this? Do I want to ascend this? Do I want to transcend this? And the way to do that is through acceptance, acknowledgement, what are the learnings, and forgiveness. From the energy of the new moon, and I would love to hear how that went for you, the invitation was there, is there, and still there for you to really get clear on your intentions. How are you wanting to make the most of the remainder of 2022? What are the dreams, the creations, the inspirations, the ideas, the ideals, your goals that you have set aside? Perhaps you've been, life has gotten in the way, or it's not been the right time for you, but where can you revisit that? And then how can you begin to firstly check and see if it's still in alignment with you? Are you still congruent with it? Does it still serve you where you are right now? And if so, how can you nurture that? How can you breathe new life into that, so that you can reignite the passion or the excitement or the joy that you had in that dream, that goal, that wish, that desire, that creative expression that you had when it first visited you? It hasn't gone. You can bring it back to life, should you choose to. Also, as we move into the week ahead, we have an opportunity to reflect on what are the changes. This is the influence of Uranus retrograde. What are the shifts that you have gone through from January this year? What are the changes that have occurred within you? How has your perspective changed? How is the way that you are interacting with others changed? How is the relationship with yourself and with Source, the universe? This is a big time. This has been a big year for awakening. So what are the awakenings that you have been through? And the energy as we move into September is really lighter, and an opportunity for you to take a breath, to have a look at what's working for you. How are you supporting yourself on an emotional level, a mental level, a spiritual level, and a physical level? What are the things that you have put into place, your daily practices, your daily choices that are supporting you in feeling a sense of well-being overall in all areas of your life? Because when we're calibrated, when we're in alignment, when we're feeling that we're on course, then you naturally have enough energy to be able to do all that you want to do. And also, what they showed me before I tuned in also was that there is an ancestral remembrance in our DNA on a cellular level of the promise of spring, you know, and the 1st of September here in the Southern Hemisphere is spring. And all that brings to our lives, you know, the birds are out, there's new life everywhere that we look, the trees, the flowers, the grass, the animals, there's new life everywhere. And so this is a really powerful time to be revisiting what it is that you're wanting or have been nurturing throughout the winter months, to celebrate how far you've come, to celebrate all that you've achieved, to celebrate the growth, to celebrate your inward reflecting over the last few months, whatever that may be for you. And so we are naturally more motivated, but also as we move into the energy of September, so we're also in the season, moving into the season of Virgo, and that will really bring in some more motivating energy, you know, to get organized, to get clear, to take action, to put everything into place that will support you. And that's really what the energy of this week feels like. It's like, how can you nurture and support the foundations, your foundations, so that it will set you up to be able to achieve what it is that you're wanting to achieve, in no matter how big or small that may be. So how can you tend to your garden? How can you know, it's like clearing out the weeds, right, of your garden, so that you can make room for the new growth. It's like cleaning out the clutter of your home so that you can have fresh new energy moving through that. And with that, energetically allows for new opportunities, for doors to open, all of the good stuff, right? There's also the feeling of coming back to self. There is the opportunity in this week ahead to really start to connect with Mother Earth, to connect with your heart, and to feel as though what I'm hearing actually is there's hope for the future. Like the energy of the week ahead is going to really give you that sense of hopefulness, of excitement, of being able to make plans and make decisions and choices that serve you. So there's an empowering energy. So you will feel more energized and more inspired to be putting into practice the intuitive nudges that you've been receiving about taking care of self. All right, let's see what other guidance we have for the week ahead. What else is there for us to know? What else can we work with? Oh, angelic frequency. I love this. You have your friends in the angelic realm as well as your guardian angels who are here to support you in. So the words that I'm getting, you can tune in through your meditations or your journaling, or even just through your conversation to your guardian angels, to ask them to support you in integrating all of the learnings, to support you in integrating the incredible frequency of energies that we have received as downloads or uploads, and to support you in integrating and having the courage and the words and the commitment to set your boundaries, to speak to those around you and yourself to own what it is that you're wanting to do in a way that allows you to not be persuaded or confused or influenced by other people around you. So this happens so often. We get clear about something that we want to do and we start to share it, and then everyone pops in their 2 cents worth or their advice, or we start to then pay more attention to how other people are responding, rather than paying attention to the intuitive guidance that your soul has given to you to put you in the right place at the right time, to place you on the right pathway, because it knows what's best for your highest good, not everyone else around you. Angels are here. You are safe. Potent connection. So this is a powerful week to connect, and it is, because September is a highly intuitive month as well, especially with all of the cosmic energy and influences that are around. So if you'd like to place your hand on your heart for theta downloads, I know what it feels like to receive the intuitive guidance of my higher self. I know how and when to take action. I know it is possible to take action. I know how to make healthy choices for myself, and I know how and when to implement them. I know how to be impervious to other people's opinions and advice and judgment. I know how to have discernment around whose advice I choose to listen to. I know how and when to speak my truth. I know how and when to ask for what it is that I want. And I know it is possible to be clear on my intentions. I know how and when to honor my body, to listen to the needs of my body, and to nurture my body in ways that serve the overall well-being of my mental, emotional, spiritual, and physical health. I know what it feels like to be healthy. I know how to be healthy. I know what it feels like to make a commitment to that which serves my best and highest good. I know what it feels like, and I know how to maintain my commitments should I choose to, and I know how and when to change, make the positive changes that will serve my well-being in all areas of my life. And I know what it feels like to receive the guidance and the intuition in doing all of that. Say yes to receive. Take a deep breath in, breathing out. So I hope that those messages serve you well. As always, thank you for listening. Thank you for sharing, and be kind and gentle. You are here on this planet because you chose to be here. Your soul came here to live the life that you are currently living, to make the choices you are currently making, to experience the emotions that you are currently feeling, and to share and celebrate in the growth that you are experiencing. Have a wonderful week. Namaste. Blessed be.